Now let's use our equation solving steps to solve another equation. In this example, the equation is the quantity 2 plus x divided by 7 is equal to 9. And we want to find the values of x that make that true. Now I have my equation here, and remember in solving a linear equation, the first step we want to do is to remove our fractions and parentheses. This equation does have a fraction bar, and it has a denominator of 7. And there's no fraction anywhere else in the equation except there. So my lowest common denominator of this question is 7. So to remove the fraction, I will multiply both sides by 7 over 1. Remember, when we're working with an equation, if we do a process that's new to one side of the equation, we have to be fair and do the same process to the other side of the equation to keep equations that have equivalent solutions. Now, in this equation at this stage, remember the length of a fraction bar is a grouping symbol. So if you have more than one term in the numerator or the denominator of the fraction, you need to grab it in parentheses to remind yourself of that. So here, I'm just going to put the parentheses around the 2 plus x to remind myself of that grouping symbol. Now, on the left-hand side, I have a common factor pair of 7s that I can remove because of the 7 that I multiplied both sides by. So then, when I take and remove my common factor pair of 7, that just leaves a 1 in the numerator and denominator after I remove that for that new process, and then that gets multiplied to what I already had. And so when I take 1 times 2, I get 2, plus 1 times x, I get x is equal to. And on the right-hand side of the equation, I have 7 times 9, which is 63. Now in step 2, I want to think about the different terms that we have in the equation, and I want to make sure that all of the terms with the x are on one side of the equal sign. And my only term with x is here, and it is on the left side of the equal. Any term on the left that's also on that side needs to move to the other side. So we are going to subtract 2 from both sides to get x is equal to 61. So that is our solution to this equation. Now here, when we want to check this, what we want to do is to take out the x in the original equation, replace it with what we have as our solution, and then make sure that when we plug that in, wherever there are the x's in the original equation, and we simplify using our order of operations individually on the sides, that it comes out that the left side is exactly the same as the right side. So we have 2 plus, take out the x and put in 61 over 7. And we want to know if that will come out to be the same as, on the right-hand side, 9. Well, on the left-hand side, we need to do our addition in the numerator of the fraction. So 2 plus 61 is 63, and 63 divided by 7 is 9. So we get 9 equals 9, so we have an equivalency there, so that checks. Our answer of x equals 61 is true.